Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. As always, I'm your host, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. Today is an exciting day, and I'm going to tell you why. It is New Tour Day. So here we are in the second week of September 1987, and we are starting a new block of tours. Now, our first show is going to be here in St. Paul, and one of these matches is going to look familiar, but all the rest are new and fresh. We are continuing the Curt Hennig chase of Nick Bockwinkel for the AWA World Heavyweight title. Also on this card, we have the dastardly Russians managed by Sheik Adnan LKC battling the combined force of Sergeant Slaughter and Jimmy Snuka. The Iron Sheik is going to mix it up with Billy Robinson. Baron von Raschke is going to get in the ring against Big Bobby Duncum, who is undefeated since coming to the AWA in August. Sherri Martel is going to battle AWA Women's Champion Wendi Richter for the world title. World Women's title, that is. Eddie Guerrero is going to mix it up with Pat Tanaka. Kiniski and Rich continue teaming together, and they're going to battle the Nasty Boys. And in our opener tonight, Candi Devine is going to lock horns with Debbie Combs. So we got an action-packed, stacked card here. We are in the first day of the week, which is May. Let's go ahead and climb along and see if anything happens. There's Bruce Hart. Guy had some great hair, man. Check that out. Bruce Hart's still got a radio show. I catch it every once in a while on YouTube. I'll catch clips from it. He's still up there in Calgary doing his radio show. He's still sporting the mustache. Bruce's sharp mind. He's no dummy. He's a little bit goofy, but he is definitely no dummy. What's going on here? Steven Regal has won the British heavy middleweight title. Not to be confused with the middleweight heavy title, but the heavy middleweight title. Championship Wrestling from Florida ran last night. WWF ran last night. Let's take a look at the cards, see what happened. Solid card by Florida. Sold out the Eddie Graham Sports Complex. They're doing well in this game. In real life, they were not doing so well. They were hemorrhaging money, and eventually Crockett shut them down in December. But in our game, they're doing pretty good. Let's check out how the WWF did in Madison Square Garden. That's a pretty big main event there. Steamboat over Race for the Intercontinental Heavyweight title. Strikeforce beats Demolition. The Hart Foundation beat the Bulldogs in a cage match. This is a great card. I can see why it scored a 91. Excellent card. Let's look at Superstars, see if anything exciting happened there. Volkov over Coco Beware. It's about right for Superstars. What'd their live event do? Harley Race over Haynes. We are going to double check that our event is in the system here. I'm pretty sure I put them all in for September, and I did, so we're good. Let's move along to Wednesday. There he is again. The Hood, Jeff Gaylord. What a monster. Man, was he a big dude. For those of you that don't know, he also tagged on occasion with a young Undertaker who wrestled in World Class as Texas Red. All right, here we are. Now we're in Wednesday. Summer Action Series Tour 2 is going strong. How'd the WWF do? Ooh, Harley Race versus Beefcake in a first blood match. And the rest were all like squash matches. Yeah, they got to figure something out about this. All right, Blackie Guzman is back in action. My man. There it is, folks. Here's what we've been waiting for to see happen, and it finally happened. The WWA has fallen to the WWF. I knew it. I knew they would eventually buy them out, and that's exactly what happened. So let's see now that WWA is gone. Let's try to get Iron Sheik to a one-year contract. Exclusive. All right, our offer has been made. We'll see what happens. Let's move along. Actually, I want to see what the NWA did here. They had Worldwide. Luger over Dundee in the main event. Road Warriors over the Russians. Nice. Pretty good show. There he is, the Ultimate Warrior. What a guy with all the potential in the world that pissed it all away because he was a nut. He was awful in the ring, too. He's really lucky he got as far as he did. Sorry to upset all you Ultimate Warrior fans, but it's the truth. The guy had a great look. The WWF threw their weight behind him, made him into a huge star, and then he just went nuts. All right, what else do we got here? Let's take a look at the WWF live event. Oh, I forgot. Nikita Koloff jumped to the WWF. So the main event here is Orndorff versus Koloff. I wonder if they have Nikita as a babyface. It doesn't tell me on here. So right here you can see he's finishing up. He's going to be finishing up with JCP. Wow. I forgot about that. That would have been interesting in real life had that happened. All right, we're on Thursday. Let's move along to Friday here. I don't know who Steve Blantz is. I remember Glow as a kid. I think it was on Channel 9 here in Chicago. And I can remember some episodes, but I don't remember anything specific. What did Manny Fernandez win here? Manny Fernandez beat Lex Luger and becomes the new U.S. heavyweight champion. Good for Manny Fernandez. I always liked him. I always thought he was good in the ring. I know he's a habitual liar and was a little bit crazy, but I always enjoyed him in the ring. CWA has a poor attendance here for a decent card. Eek. I wonder how they're doing financially. Let's take a look. They're doing just fine. They're making a ton of money, which is true to life. All right, these are the loan periods. We loaned them to get Jerry Lawler, so their loan period has ended. It doesn't look like the CWA ever used them. All right, here we are. We should be tonight. We are in St. Paul, Minnesota, folks. This is exciting. The new tour is kicking off. Let's go ahead and get our venue booked right away. We are up to 10,000 fans. This is exciting. Let's see if we can score ourselves a venue in St. Paul, and we can. We are going to sell out the River Center, everybody. So let's go ahead and check out our backstage incidents. Uh-oh, Super Mullet, what's going on here? Hi, got a free crate of drinks for everybody. And we got some protege work going on here. Okay. Good deal. Who's absent? Anybody serious? Just the usuals. Working for the WWF. And that still stings, losing Kevin Kelly. I'm upset by that. I really liked him. All right, Candi Devine versus Debbie Combs. Fresh matches here, everybody. It's always exciting when I start these new tours to see how everything's going to work out. Sometimes you have to make adjustments, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. So, again, this is a fresh tour. I don't care who wins. We'll let it ride. Kiniski and Rich versus the Nasty Boys. And I don't think I formally put Kiniski and Rich together, so I can't select them from the tag team view. So it's Nick Kiniski and Johnny Rich. Versus the Nasty Boys. And again, we're going to let this one ride too. I don't care who wins. But I have a feeling it's going to be the Nasties. Then again, who knows? Guerrero versus Tanaka. This would have been one hell of a technical match, even in 1987. There you are, Eddie. 19. Eddie was only 19 here. Wow. He'd been working for a few years already, too. I think they sent him down to Mexico. That'll be, this will probably be a really low-scoring match, but it'll be interesting to see who wins. All right, a return match for the World Women's title here. Let's double check if it's a 12 or a 14. It's a 14-minute. We're going to give these two ladies 14 minutes. Let's see how this goes. We may make an adjustment and give another match 2 extra minutes based on how this looks. And we're going to have our new champion go over clean on Martel. So there's the finish. Von Raschke versus Duncum. Remember, Duncum has been undefeated since coming back to us here. So we're going to let this one ride too. It's going to be interesting to see who wins. Both these guys are aged, but they could still go in their own way at this point in time. Here comes Sheik versus Robinson. We're going to make this a technical masterclass because it would have been at 16 minutes. You know, people can knock on the Iron Sheik. He's crazy. He's nuts. But that guy, even into his late 40s, could still go in the ring. The injuries were starting to amount to him, but overall, he could still get it done. So it's actually a good fit for him back in the AWA at this point. It's a real good fit, actually. But he's just got the drug problems, so hopefully he keeps himself out of trouble here. Here's the Russians versus Slaughter and Snuka. Slaughter and Snuka are going over. Spelled that one wrong. I know it seems like a waste putting Slaughter and Snuka together, but it's not. You got to change things up and have some fun. Again, we can make adjustments to the tour if we need to, but this is fun just to mix things up and keep things interesting. Again, we get a lot of weeks out of this block setup like this. And we're going to give the win to Jimmy Snuka. So it's fun to mix things up. And our big main event is going to be Hennig versus Bockwinkel. Let's have him go a full 30. And let's really piss the people off here. Let's have Larry Zbyszko interfere in the main event. Just keep this feud going. Now, the next week when they're in Minneapolis, we'll probably have Curt Hennig go over. But in this one, let's put Bockwinkel over due to Zbyszko. Have some fun with it. So there we go. We are all booked up here. Okay, who's being used too much? Marty Miller. He's doing too much refereeing. Let's take another one off his plate there. We're good now. All right, so we're just over 2 hours, the typical time length for the AWA shows as we've been doing them and as they were done in real life. And I'm curious to see, folks, what kind of a score we get here with this new card. Overall, this is a stacked card with some serious names when you start looking at the upper half of the card. So let's give it a shot. That's a nice score right there for a ladies match. Candi Devine gets the win. Excellent. My prediction was correct. The Nasties went over, so that's 2 heel wins in a row. Eddie Guerrero goes over Pat Tanaka. You know, that's a low score, but it's not as low as I thought it would be, so that shows that both men are gaining in popularity, so that's good. This is a nice score for a ladies' match. Real nice score. You know what? Let's make a note. We're going to actually make this into a formal feud. Or storyline. Because we're going to let this one breathe for a while. Bobby Duncum gets the win over the Baron. So Duncum remains undefeated, and this is bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on this right here that they don't click. Why do they always do this crap? These guys wrestled each other 1,000 times. Of course they're going to click. Guess that's my fault for not editing it right? We're going to get that fixed because it's just not historically accurate. Whoa! Big score. Big score here. Sheik and Robinson have great chemistry. Big score. Excellent. All right. And you know what? We're going to actually make that a feud too. Let's take a look at the dirt sheet and see what they tell us. Couple bonuses there. It's good stuff. That's a good score. This one's a little disappointing. I thought we'd get a better score than that. But that's okay. 80's not bad. It's the Russians. They're still gaining in popularity. Zhukov's definitely getting up there, but Ustinov is down a little bit. So, you know, I was doing some research here, putting new titles into the game, which we discussed about in a previous video, and I found out that Boris Zhukov has wrestled under his real name in Georgia and had won the tag title a couple times down there. I can't remember what name he went under. Obviously, they can't transfer the titles over or import them into this particular save, but it's in the database and it'll definitely be available to you in version 7. Big main event here. And it's not, you know, it's disappointing. Curt Hennig scores a 92. Bockwinkel scores an 88. And the overall is 86. How does that happen? And your only penalty here is Bockwinkel's declining physical ability. See, stuff like this I don't quite understand. I'm not going to complain too bad. 86 is a really good score. But to me, this match should have probably been a 90 if it's 92 and 88, right? Let me know what you think. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know your opinions on it. Hey, that's the way I see it. If one's a 92 and one's an 88, we should probably get a 90. But overall, this looks like a really good card. Let's see what our score is. 83 overall. We get the bump up in popularity. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think this is a good card, a good solid card. We're hitting them heavy in the top half of the card, and we're getting our other people with less experience, more experience on the lower part of the card. So overall, this is very good. Let's do some speeches. We got to give Sherri Martel some respect here. She had a really good score. We got to give Nick Bockwinkel some props. He did an excellent job here. And then who are we going to give a hug to? Let's give a hug to Sergeant Slaughter. All right, Sherri's pleased. Bockwinkel's pleased. Slaughter's pleased. Let's take a look at our finances when we get back to the main screen. I think we're really starting to heat up and do really well here. And we have really righted this ship. No doubt we have righted this ship. And obviously I have not... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Obviously I have mistakenly not updated these numbers for the touring schedule. And go ahead and get that adjusted off screen. All right, we are back here. And we got some kind of contract thing. Somebody's probably asking for more money. Really good score for All-Star Wrestling. That's picking up well. Kevin Kelly wants more money, and so does Colonel De Beers. We'll give them what they want, no problem. We're going to make a note here. And let's take a look at our finances. Let's see how we're doing. So far this month, we are doing really well. Right at about the halfway point for ticket sales. So we're doing very well. So we continue to right this ship. We're really hauling in with merchandise. And I think we're close to a merchandise update here. But let's take a look. And we are. We're 68%. So we continue to move 4% a week. Good. Jimmy Snuka continues to sell it big. All right, so that's it for this episode, folks. We'll come back with our next tour, which will bring us back to Minneapolis. And for those of you that haven't, please give us a subscribe. And please give this video a like. Join us on Facebook if you would like to talk more about the Supermod. A lot of you have contacted me to get copies of version 6 to start playing for yourself. And we'd really like you to join our group and chat with us and talk to us about it and let us know how your saves are going. That group is facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. Facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. We continue to have really good conversation on there, and for those of you that would like the mod and don't have it yet, please go to my website, braddrake.net/contact. Let me know you'd like the game. I'll be more than happy to send you over the Google Drives link to the database and also the picture pack. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this episode, and we'll see you next time.